The USS Harry S. Truman plowed through the turbulent waters of the Red Sea, its enormous hull cutting through the waves with determination and purpose. The air was thick with salt and tension, a constant reminder of the volatile environment they were navigating. Ahead lay the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a crucial shipping lane. This narrow passage was vital for global trade, linking the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden and beyond. The Truman, a Nimitz-class supercarrier, stood as a symbol of American power in the region. Its presence was a statement of strength and resolve. It was also a prime target, a floating fortress that drew the attention of both adversaries and allies. Captain Emily Carter stood on the bridge, her eyes scanning the horizon. She was acutely aware of the immense responsibility on her shoulders. A seasoned officer, Carter had experienced many deployments. This one felt different, charged with the weight of recent events. The recent escalation in global tensions had everyone on edge. The crew could feel the undercurrent of anxiety that permeated the ship. The threat of drone attacks weighed heavily on her mind. These unmanned aerial vehicles were a new kind of menace, silent and deadly. Below deck, the crew went about their duties with practiced efficiency, each member playing a crucial role in the ship's operations. Sailors manned their stations, their faces illuminated by the glow of monitors. They were the eyes and ears of the Truman, constantly vigilant. Mechanics toiled in the bowels of the ship, ensuring its mechanical heart beat strong. Their work was the lifeblood of the supercarrier. The Truman was a masterpiece of engineering, a floating city of steel and technology. It was a marvel of modern naval architecture. It was also a community, bound by duty and purpose. The crew members relied on each other, forming bonds as strong as the steel of the ship itself. Carter felt a knot of unease in her stomach. The weight of command was heavy, and the stakes were higher than ever. The Red Sea was a dangerous neighborhood. Its strategic importance made it a hotspot for conflict and piracy. The recent attacks on commercial shipping had proven that. The waters were fraught with peril, and vigilance was paramount. The Truman was a tempting target, a symbol of American might that someone would love to see destroyed. The crew knew they had to be ready for anything, their resolve unshakable in the face of danger. The alert came in the dead of night, breaking the ship's relative tranquility. Unidentified contacts, bearing 035, ranged 20 nautical miles and closing in. The bridge erupted into action. Sailors hurried to their posts, their expressions tense. Carter felt a rush of adrenaline. This was the moment they had all trained for. "Radar, verify contact," Carter commanded, her voice resonating across the bridge. "Confirmed, Captain. Multiple contacts, small radar cross-sections, consistent with unmanned aerial vehicles. Drones, just as they had feared." "Sound general quarters," Carter ordered. The piercing alarm echoed through the ship, a call to arms that sent a jolt of fear and anticipation through every sailor on board. The Truman was ready for combat. The crew moved with the precision of a finely tuned machine. Their extensive training took over, pushing aside any fear. Sailors dashed to their battle stations, their expressions resolute and focused. The Truman was a weapon, and they were its operators. Carter observed her crew with a grim sense of pride. They were the best sailors in the world. She wouldn't trade them for anything. "Bring us to general quarters, helm," she commanded, her voice unwavering. The ship buzzed with activity. The engines roared louder as the Truman picked up speed. The CIWS, the ship's final line of defense, sprang to life, its barrels spinning with lethal intent. The Truman was primed for battle. Carter inhaled deeply, bracing herself for the imminent challenge. This was her ship, her crew. She would protect them at all costs. The following 48 hours were a whirlwind of adrenaline and tension, a relentless test of endurance and skill. The drones attacked in waves, each one more aggressive than the last, attempting to overwhelm the Truman's defenses. The ship's advanced radar systems tracked every move, marking them as targets for the Truman's arsenal, ensuring no drone went unnoticed. The air crackled with energy as the CIWS fired, shredding drones into shrapnel, creating a deadly barrier of defense. Missiles roared from the Truman's launchers, leaving trails of smoke as they streaked towards their targets, each one a precise strike against the oncoming threat. The escort ships, smaller and more agile, darted around the Truman, adding their firepower to the maelstrom, creating a coordinated defense. The attacks continued relentlessly, testing the crew's endurance, pushing them to their physical and mental limits. Sleep was a luxury they could ill afford, as every second counted in this high-stakes battle. Every man and woman on board fought with the knowledge that their lives depended on their skill and courage, each action a testament to their training and resolve. Carter barely left the bridge, her eyes glued to the monitors that tracked the battle unfolding around them, her mind racing with strategies and countermeasures. The pressure was immense, but she refused to crack, her determination a beacon of strength for her crew. Her crew was counting on her, their trust in her unwavering as they faced the storm together. Chapter 5. A Clean Sweep. As the sun dipped below the horizon on the second day, the attacks finally stopped. An eerie calm enveloped the ship, interrupted only by the sound of the waves and the creaking of the hull. The battle was over. The Truman had triumphed. A thorough damage assessment revealed the impact of the attack. Despite the relentless onslaught, the Truman had emerged without a scratch. Not a single drone had breached the ship's defenses. The crew had executed their duties flawlessly. Relief washed over Carter, leaving her drained with exhaustion. She had never felt prouder of her ship or her crew. They had faced a relentless adversary and emerged victorious. The mood on the ship was a blend of relief and joy. They had stared death in the face and come out triumphant. But they knew this was just a glimpse of what the future might bring. The era of drone warfare had begun. Section 6. The Truman stands strong. News of the attack spread rapidly, capturing the attention of millions worldwide. The world watched with a mix of awe and anxiety as details emerged of the Truman's steadfast defense against the sudden assault. The attack had been meticulously planned by a shadowy terrorist group aiming to make a bold statement and spread fear. But they had miscalculated, underestimating the strength and readiness of the USS Truman and its crew. The Truman, once a symbol of American power, now stood as a beacon of American resilience and indomitable spirit. The attack demonstrated to the world that the United States Navy was not only prepared for future conflicts, but also capable of adapting to new and evolving threats. Captain Carter addressed her crew, her voice filled with emotion and pride. She commended their bravery, their skill, and their unwavering dedication to duty, acknowledging the sacrifices they had made. They had faced a new and terrifying enemy and emerged victorious. They were not just sailors, they were heroes. The crew cheered, their voices echoing across the deck, a testament to their unity and strength. They were tired, hungry, and scared, having faced the harsh realities of combat. But they were also proud, knowing they had stood their ground and defended their ship and their country. They had proven themselves in the crucible of combat, showing the world what true resilience looks like. They were the crew of the USS Harry S. Truman, and they would not be broken. Their spirit was unbreakable, their resolve unshakable. Chapter 7. A New Age of Warfare. The assault on the USS Harry S. Truman signified a pivotal moment in naval combat. It served as a stark reminder that even the mightiest warships were susceptible to drone threats. The U.S. Navy, a leader in technological advancements, dedicated significant resources to creating new countermeasures. The Truman itself became a proving ground for these innovations, its defenses enhanced to counter the emerging threats. The insights gained from the Truman incident echoed across global navies. Nations invested heavily in drone technology for both offensive and defensive strategies. The nature of naval warfare had been irrevocably transformed. Section 8. The Legacy of the Truman. The USS Harry S. Truman continued its journey, its mission now more crucial than ever. It navigated the oceans as a testament to American determination, a deterrent to those who would disrupt global peace and security. The crew of the Truman, united by their shared ordeal, carried the memory of the attack with them. They were now seasoned veterans, shaped by the fires of combat. They had confronted their fears and emerged more resilient. They were the bearers of a proud tradition, the defenders of liberty in a perilous world. And as the sun set over the Red Sea, casting long shadows across the deck of the formidable warship, one thing was clear. The USS Harry S. Truman would remain vigilant, a bastion of freedom in an increasingly unpredictable world.